In this video, we're going to be going over objections, and I'm going to give you rebuttals that I like to use to get around those objections and still get the freight from these shippers. You know, like your traditional customer routed, or we already have brokers, or we have our own trucks, blah, blah, blah. Watch this video, and I promise you, you'll be a perfect objection handler. Our next step would be, if you do get
Rebuttals.
some rebuttal, or some rebuttal. So if you do get some objections, I have a few rebuttals, right?
Awesome.
And you can use them or you don't have to use them, right? Maybe you might have better rebuttals. I'm just gonna let you know which ones have worked for me. We're customer routed, right? So when they say, because that's the number one, right? All of them say we're customer routed. Well,
Right.
if you're customer routed, what that means is the customer handles the shipping, right? So what I like to say is, oh, okay, so your customer handles the transportation behind it. So are you paying a transportation fee, right? Well, okay, well, you are? Well, I've actually spoke to a few customers in the area that actually move the same product, and the transportation fees are super hefty. I mean, have you actually thought about handling your own transportation? And
Mm,
if a customer wanted to buy your product from Idaho and you don't handle the shipping, are you just going to lose out on the opportunity? Well, listen, I can
mm.
handle every bit of operation of the transportation side that, like, let's just say someone wants to buy your product in Idaho. I can get it there, right? So now that opens up opportunity for you to sell to more people.
More
So
people. That makes
what I want you
sense.
to know is I can handle any transportation operation that you need. If you can come up with the product and you need me to move it from here to there, I can do it. So guess what? That means you can grow your operations a lot faster instead of relying on someone else to handle the transportation. Listen, Dorian, there's a lot of
Wow.
companies out there that don't know that they can handle their own shipping.
Their
They
own
think that they have to
shipping.
open their own brokerage or own shipping company when in reality all they have to do is get a good connection with a good broker, and then now they
Wow.
can charge a transportation fee to the ones that want to buy their product, and then they can make money off the transportation.
Off the
Yeah, because
transportation.
they're charging a
Right.
fee.
And they have no clue about that. Nobody's ever
Listen,
explained that to
Dorian,
them about the
people
operations.
a lot like 90, I like to use percentages. I don't know why, just so you understand a little bit more. 99% of the brokers out there, when they hear we are customer routed, they
Hang
get
up
so
the
scared
phone.
they hang up. They're like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
there's no opportunity. What in the world?
exactly.
That's the most opportunity. There's more
Wow.
opportunity in customer routed than there is, these regular other people that are already have operations, right? And they don't
Man.
understand that, man. And I land so many customers doing this, right?
It's never been explained to me like that, Trent. It's
Because
crazy. That's
nobody no
crazy.
because nobody that you have learned from is the direct owner of the brokerage. That's why I think it's
Exactly.
so important to learn from me, because I'm the one that's able to show you why, because I'm a business minded person, right? I'm going to help your business. I'm going to help your business
Right.
grow. And
Right.
I can handle the transportation. I can help you open up ideas in your business that'll give you more opportunity to sell to more people, and then of course understand why, right? Instead of just being like, hey, I want to quote you on your freight. I want to quote you.
Right.
Oh, you're already working with people. Okay, all right, fine. Well, I see more opportunity in helping someone grow their business, because that's real conversations. That's what I want to.
Right.
I want to be conversating about that. Because guess what? When you help their operations grow, you're going to be the only broker that they trust. Anybody else behind
Ever.
that are
Yep.
going to be just some, other broker, right?
Exactly.
That
Yep.
one right
Calling
there
for
is
the
the most
freight.
important. That one right there is the most important, man. I want you to
Okay.
start trying that. And a lot
Okay.
of the times, like I said,
Definitely.
sometimes you'll run into the ego driven guy that's like, "Man, you don't tell me what to do with my operations." Well, okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to, let you know that this is kind of what I'm doing, and I wanted to see if I can maybe help you guys out as well. If there's ever, a time I can maybe look over the operations and see the fees that these guys are charging you, we can flip it on them, and you can now start charging the fees and make money off of that as well, right? Your business would be making money
Right.
off the transportation because you're providing it and charging an extra fee on top of it.
On the That's amazing. Yep.
You pay me X amount of dollars, you can charge them whatever you want. So yeah.
Exactly.
Um, and then
That's
another
what my That makes
Yeah, go
sense.
ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Go
No, I
ahead.
was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say That's exactly. I work with a pipe supplier out of Texas. That's what he did. He charged his customers for the ship.
Yeah,
That's what he did. Exactly.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So like,
Wow.
but that's a brokerage's business. You know, you charge the shipper.
Exactly.
You charge the shipper. But most of the time they charge the customer that the customer already is working with a broker that's handling that. Now they're making money off of it, but saving money, of course, because they're handling their own operations. But for the people that don't handle their operations, they can provide that to other people that don't handle their operations, right? So
Right.
it's kind of confusing, but you'll start to realize once you start making the calls and but yeah,
Okay.
um we have our own brokers, right? So that leads into you needing to explain why, right? What separates yourself? And I've already spoke about that. What separates you from other brokers? You're educating them on the market, right? You're not just sending them a rate. Of course you're going to be more efficient. You've got tracking, you've got everything that the other brokers have, but you have one thing that those other brokers don't have. And it's hard. It's me caring about your business and wanting to grow your company, right? It's me educating you on the market, sending you screenshots of data, data
That and truck stop.
analytics, right?
Loose
And
and tight
showing
markets. Yes,
you,
sir.
yeah, tight markets, loose markets, the reason why the rates are at this rate this week, and the reason why they're higher next week. Educating you on the market, right? Being as transparent as I possibly can,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Without showing you my social security, right? I'm
Right.
showing you as much as I can so that we have this relationship because I'm wanting to have this a long-term relationship. And this is what it takes, right? Um,
Exactly.
so yeah, we have our own trucks handling the freight. Perfect. So if they have their own trucks, that just means one thing, it just means that they probably don't have a lot of freight. So normally what I like to say is, oh, okay, well, whenever you have like overflow, if you have like too much freight, um, and
What
not
do you
enough
guys do?
trucks, what do you guys do? It's kind of an overflow situation, right? Well,
Yeah.
listen, when it comes to that time, I want to be the person to provide you with as many trucks as you need, right? So you don't have to keep buying trucks for your company. Unless you're a Coca-Cola company, you can invest in as many as you want, then go
Right.
ahead. But you as a company, it's very important for you to grow as a company. And eventually you're going to need more trucks, right? Because you're growing as a company. I'm going
Exactly.
to be here. I'm going to give you my information. Once you start growing as a company or wanting to grow as a company, let me know. I can handle every bit of freight that you have. Simple as that. They're going to be like,
Simple
okay.
as that. Instead
And
of them, going in and having to deal with maintenance and a new truck and getting a driver and
exactly.
all.
And you know
Exactly.
what? Again, this is where it comes in where people don't realize that they can use me, right? They can use me as a broker to grow their company a lot faster, right? So educating them on, why are you not growing at a faster rate? Like, is it because you're buying a truck, handling the freight that only that one truck can handle, and then
Right.
going on and buying another truck? Well, what if I told you you don't need to do that? I can handle all of
Exactly.
that, help you with the rates, help you with the prices, and you can grow. And then you're moving more freight, so you're making more money, and then you can invest in trucks a lot faster. Simple as that.
Right. Right. Wow. That's
Yeah,
interesting, Trent.
I know. My approach is a
That's
lot
interesting.
different because it's on a business side. It's like a business,
Yeah.
right? It's
Right.
definitely much different than, you know, every other broker. And that's what's going to set you apart from being a great broker and a good broker, right? Is
Right. Or getting that foot in the door at least. They're like, you know what? We do like who we're using, but I like this guy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
This
yeah.
guy, he seems legitimate. So let's give
Yeah,
him a
and if
shot.
if you're talking about growing their business and helping them get more eyes on their product, I mean, come on.
Right.
No brokers are doing that, you know?
Exactly.
They're
No, they're
gonna be like,
not.
this guy's almost like a financial advisor, right?
He's an employee.
Yeah, he's growing my business. He's an employee, exactly. But the thing is when you talk to them, you want to let them know, listen, the only reason why, I put so much time into helping other businesses grow is because when they grow, I grow. So, why not? You
Right.
know?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Makes
Um,
sense.
we don't use brokers, we work direct with the carriers. Well, if they're working
Oh,
direct with the carriers, that means that again, they don't really have that much freight. So they're just working with Joe whenever they have a load that comes in, right? And that's another
right,
situation where it's like, okay, we'll figure out why they're not moving more freight. Figure out if they're, what their vision is in, 2025. Are they wanting to grow as a business? Are they wanting to move, 100 loads in a week, or what's their idea? If they don't really have really big goals, then it's probably someone you don't want to work with, right? So
right,
understanding their goals is also very like interesting to get into because brokers, we want to know what the business owner wants to do, right? If they're lazy and they don't want to grow as a business, they're okay with one load, per week or per
right.
year, then that's not someone we want to work with. We want to work with someone that wants to grow, right? Those are the people we want to work with. So yeah, thinking
Exactly.
of it that way. Because remember, it's not a robot that's running these businesses, it's an actual person. Does this
It's real
person
humans.
actually care about growing their business? If so, that's the person we want to work with. So we don't have any issues with our current logistics provider. Okay, perfect. That's when you sell yourself and let them know, what separates you from them, right? Pitch them on the idea of growing their business. So pretty much everything on the bottom half is all the same stuff, right?
All
It's like
similar. Yes, sir.
very similar. So like these top five are all gonna have answers to the whole list, right? So
Okay.
it was just
Awesome.
important for me to let you know that top three almost.
Man,
Yeah.
perfect. I appreciate it. Customer router one was the that was mind-boggling different. I was one of those again, Trent. Customer router. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate it, and hang up the phone, and still able to
Yeah.
have success. But I'm thinking like, God, had I approached that a little bit different, you know?
Oh
And
man,
why
you're
don't you
losing out
handle
on so much opportunity. Those are the best ones because brokers are letting it go,
it? Yep.
right? You'll get that
Yep.
one person. Again, you might have a lot of people that say, dude, we're customer router, leave me alone, right? Okay, fine, fine, fine. Fine. Well, just explain yourself. Explain to them how you can grow their business and why it would be a good idea, right? Just
Right.
explain
Right.
it to them. And you'll get that one person that goes, you know what? That's actually a good idea, right?
Or I'll bring that up at the next board meeting or whatever.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Or
Right.
I'll bring that up
Right.
on the next board meeting. And, just creating that like, that vision to help build their business. Man, I'm telling you, just it's like putting a highlighter over, a word, right? And looking at it. It's like that is very important for me, right? To grow my business. That's what I
Exactly.
want. This guy is telling me this. Why not try it? He's just a broker. I mean, we bring in new brokers all the time, or we don't work with brokers, but he's saying he can build my business, get it more eyes and whatever. That's how
And we
you
can make money from it. We can make money from the
exactly.
logistics. Like we thought that would be a cost, you know?
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
but we
Exactly.
thought we'd
So,
have
so
to
we
buy trucks and drivers.
uh-huh.
Exactly. That's awesome, man. Wow.
Exactly. Now you have
Yeah.
like a in-house brokerage, right? Now you have an
Right.
in-house brokerage, which is just me, right? But and now you can provide the product to someone, charge a transportation
Yeah.
fee. I charge
Right.
$1,000. You charge 1,500. You just made $500 off that. So now the transportation was really $500. So now you're saving money, making money, and it's easy for me. I'm making money. You're making money. It's like
Right. Yep.
it's a
Yes, sir.
no-brainer.
That's
No-brainer.
crazy.